Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we are talking about the ARITZIA Super Puff. Be sure to like this video and subscribe down below. I post on Wednesdays and Sundays, and let's get into my review. So I purchased two of these, and this one is the one I ended up keeping. I previously did buy a matte red Super Puff, ended up selling that one, and purchased this one in the high gloss black. This is a size double extra small, and I want to get into the sizing and fit really quickly because I think that is something that is a defining characteristic when purchasing this. So normally in any sizing I would never be a double extra small, let alone an extra small, especially in outerwear. That would be way too snug for me and I wouldn't be able to layer anything underneath. Normally I'm a small. A small is comfortable, a medium is definitely oversized. This runs extremely oversized. I found that the extra small was even a little too loose for me, and that the double extra small was actually the perfect fit, that I could still layer hoodies and thinner sweaters underneath and wear this. So in terms of the length, I'm 5'7", and I find that this hits me at a perfect mid-length. I'm sure if you are shorter, it may hit a little bit lower, potentially a little bit above the knee. But for me, it's that perfect mid-length that covers my butt and keeps me warm. As for the price, it's actually pretty pricey. It's around $298. And for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience shopping for coats, being from the West Coast, this to me seemed pretty pricey. I did purchase a Canada Goose jacket though, so at that point it was somewhat affordable for me, but normally outside of any sort of winter coat scheme, I would never be spending $300 on a jacket. So a few details about the warmth. This is definitely a winter coat in the sense that if it is 40 degrees outside and you put this on with a sweater, you will be absolutely sweating. I have to be careful about what I wear with this because I have found so many times that I will overheat myself and I'll just be sweating by the time I get from A to Z. Thinner tops, long sleeve, short sleeve, even tank top, although I feel like that's a little bit risky come winter. But those are perfect for this just because it is so insulated. You really, really don't need to be wearing a heavy sweater underneath it. Onto the quality of this. I did get the high shine, which in my opinion, I wouldn't have done if I knew what it looked like now. You know, I ordered it online, I got it in the mail. Of course, you're so excited that you kind of let a few things slide, and I was just ripping the tags off. And when I look at it now, the high gloss is really nice, but I do find that it can look a little bit cheap, and I think the photos online do it better justice than in person. Knowing what I know now about the high gloss, I would have just gotten the matte black version, but I thought this gave it a little bit more flair. It definitely does not give it like a faux leather look by any means. It just looks like a shiny polyester material. Otherwise, I love the sleeve detailing. It's very soft and cozy. It honestly feels like another sweater. The pockets are nice and big and roomy. They also have that fleece lining that the armholes have. And then the zipper is really, really sturdy. I've never had any issues with the zipper getting stuck or giving me any sort of problems. So I really, really love the functionality of the jacket. There's also a zipper compartment on the inside here if you want to keep something safe like your wallet. And I think the design itself is very functional and it's really great for a girl on the go. This coat is very structured, very stiff almost. And I think it's the fabric that it's made out of. It's just meant to look that way. And when you're wearing it, you'll notice that moving around, picking things up, and just general movement is a little bit hard in this jacket because it keeps you so secured. And I think there's pros and cons to it. I love it because it keeps you really, really warm, but it is hard. Something, for example, like grocery shopping or shopping where you're having to move your arms around a lot, it does get a little tricky, and I find that it can feel very stiff. Bending over to grab something, bending up to get something. And I do have a Lululemon Cloudscape jacket that I prefer for running lots of errands, or if I'm gonna be out and having to be very mobile throughout the day. Can you wash it? Which I feel like is a big question with any puffer coat, but especially with an expensive one. And I've actually washed this one once, and I personally would not recommend it. I would take it to the dry cleaner, or I would take it to a professional cleaner that knows how to wash it in a washer. I did a standard delicate cycle and then had put it into a dryer twice on a low setting, which was what was recommended when I read a lot of different articles online of how to wash your puffer jackets. And it says to add some sort of wool balls to absorb the water and help puff up the jacket again, but my jacket never really returned to the shape that it originally was. The balls just kind of clumped together and it didn't really go back to its original structured shape. So that's something to keep in mind when you are wearing it, especially if you're wearing it to workouts, you're sweating afterwards, throwing it on and then walking out. I learned my lesson the hard way with that one, and I probably will not do that again and just take it to the dry cleaner. In terms of dupes for the jacket, I found some on Uniqlo as well as H&M that are much more reasonably priced. I think Uniqlo has one for $100 for a shorty, and I think they have a long version and a mid version as well. H&M came out with a bunch of different shorty puffer jackets, and I think those are some really, really good dupes. So overall, I highly, highly recommend you guys picking up a super puff for the season. I want to get a shorty because I love the mid, but the shorty is definitely easier to wear and I think is a little bit more stylish. Plus I think it's kind of, you can get it in a fun color and it's a lot more of a trendy item versus this is just being an investment piece and one that I can have for as long as I live, because I know it'll go with everything. It's really easy to match with and it feels like a good quality. I think it's gonna really hold up well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like this video. I'm very, very excited that we hit 6,400 subscribers and I just can't wait to continue to grow the family. So be sure to subscribe and I'll talk to you guys all very, very soon. Bye.